Yeah, apparently. God's just like, I introduced you. Would you like food? She just wrote the first document came.
2 points, Kimberly Yogi.
That
2 points, Tyler Rowe.
was
2 points, Daniel
honestly, like,
Simon.
we might get to like halfway over before never knows. If you guys like see the scoreboard, the scoreboard's not like right here. So that like in your channel, it was like really
Defensive
fast.
end number 31, Allison Garrison.
There it goes that there, see it? Now it's down here more. Before it was in the red, it's like hard to see.
Foul number
That's something
34,
you guys
Madison
should see. Like,
Malloy.
I'm pretty sure every coach you are awesome.
Two points, Jesse Chang.
Bro, if we just get some touches on all players, yeah. It's like funny because you could like if you're like, oh, I'm kind of bored. Like if you're just like I'm really bored, you could just cut off your finger and watch a video. Apparently it takes like a week to like find a player.
Two points, Tyler Rowe.
He's really good. Yeah. Whomever. Yeah. Yeah, we can do it.
Foul number 2, Ava McGuire.
We vibing. Honestly, yeah.
Corey Sandrock at the line.
Vibe check. It looked like that when you. Yeah, that one. Yeah,
2 points, Tyler Rowe.
that's interesting. I mean, it's kind depending on like how like but I thought it was superpowers trophy. If I don't get superpowers trophy, I'm not trading him. Yes.
Foul number 22, Essie Cheng.
You asked me. Lazy That was good. I think we tried.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Cougar Den. This is Steve Philbeck, and my co-announcer here is Mr. Ken Howard. Say hello, Ken.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. And that won't be the last you hear of that guy, I promise. We are here tonight for the Franklin Grizzly Cubs versus the Bloomington North Cougars in a girls basketball game. And, well, what do we know about these folks here down on the court, Kenny?
Well, we know that Bloomington North 4-6, so not off to a super hot start, but big win earlier this week, Tuesday, 33-point win, and spoke with Coach Dobrenz before the game, and they're hoping that that trend will continue here against the Grizzly Cubs tonight.
Well, and I think Franklin has a 4-4 record, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that and make sure, but I think that that's correct. Yes, they are. They're 4-4, and so we're looking for maybe a pretty tight game here tonight. Let's hope we have a good one.
Starting lineup being announced for the Cougars. Looks like a senior-heavy lineup for the first time in a while after kind of a long youth movement. Looks like we got Bentley Grooms, number 1, starting at point guard. Seniors Aaron Lewis and Ainsley Urbanski starting tonight. Elise Goad starting at power forward, and then starting at center, a new addition to the team this year, I believe. Number 13, Casey Thomas, leading rebounder for the Cougars.
Okay, so we'll see what we get out of our girls tonight. I know that Elise Goad is one tough customer on the rebounds, and she can play some hard defense. And we count on Urbanski and Lillis to do a lot of scoring for us, so that's what we'll look forward to out of the Cougs tonight.
Thomas can't get the tip. It's corralled back to Franklin Central. That's number 23, Kyra Baker, starting off the possession at the point guard, guarded by Urbanski.
Cougars start off in a man-to-man defense, and got a little help going on there. Nice job to recover. So it's going to be man-to-man on this side. We'll see how we do on the other side.
Ball pass to the top of the key. Three-point attempt, and that three-point attempt is good. Kiki Crabtree with the three-point basket to start the game for the Grizzly Cubs, and back comes Urbanski.
Yep. We have a travel there. I don't know a whole lot about this Franklin team, but they didn't look inside a single time on that possession. They were just looking to get it around the horn, and it looks to me like they might be a team that looks for a lot of threes. But that's one possession.
So quick turnover for the Cougars, just still inside the first minute of the game here. Rare turnover for Urbanski, 18 points a game right now, Steve, from Ainsley, and a good defensive player as well. Oh, excellent block there by number 13, Casey Thomas. Again, we said new to the team this year, and adding a little size and defensive presence in the interior for the Cougars.
Yeah, looks like got a good, strong presence inside. So again, they just work the ball around the outside here, and there is another three.
Outside shot, number 10 that time, Megan Thompson missing the shot, and Lillis brings the ball back up the court. Good drive by Lillis, block on the interior, and ball is taken back by Franklin Central as Cougars look to get back in transition.
We've been careless with the ball so far, and that is going to have to change.
So first little inside look, but right back to the exterior for a three-point by Megan Thompson, who scores again, Steve. And watching that JV team for the Grizzly Cubs, it looks like the three-point shooting is definitely a strength in the program.
Elise gets fouled on that one. Probably should have gone straight up with it when she took the pass, but they bailed her out on that one. And so far, the Cougs have free throw attempts and 2 turnovers. The other team shot 4 times and hit 3 threes, and they've only shot 3s.
Well, if we know anything, it's that Elise can dole out the physicality on the interior, whether it's on offense or defense. And the first one's off the back rim. And Nadia Trent, another senior, making her first appearance. Another good rebounder, defender for the Cougars, and she is going to give Bentley Grooms a little break here with about 2 minutes gone here in the first.
We've just increased our size by about a foot out there, and I think we're going to try to match them up on size a little bit now.
Elise Goad is good on the second, and it's lessened the deficit to 5 here as Cougars look to get a stop and especially try to prevent some of these outside shots.
Yep, there's the three again.
And it looks like the rotation getting back to that backside is a little slow starting out for the Cougars. That's Megan Thompson with, I think, her 4th attempt of the game already. They're going to have to get back to her a little bit more because those looks have been wide open.
They have been, every one of them. And still, they've only shot 3-pointers.
Lillis handling the ball for the Cougars. A bit of a change from last year. This is our first game, and used to seeing Ainsley bring the ball up the floor a little bit more, but we'll see how that plays out. Triple team on Casey Thomas, and she's able to cycle it around. They find Trent inside, and another good block by the Grizzly Cubs. And back in transition, can't quite connect. Casey Thomas with the rebound, and she'll bring it back for the Cougars.
She handles the ball pretty well.
Thomas, nice move on the inside, can't get it to go. And a steal by Lillis. Grizzly Cubs a little sloppy in the backcourt there. Casey down on the block, much smaller defender, goes over the top, can't get it again. That rebound taken by number 21, Kiki Crabtree.
Yeah, she's rushed both of those close shots that she's had. She's kind of turning and shooting all at once, and I think she needs to face the basket and then shoot.
Well, we successfully closed out Megan Thompson early in this possession, so denied the 3-point attempt. They can go inside, and that's a great defense there by the Cougars. 4:40 left, still 1-6. Cougars down by 5. Trent at the top, hands off to Thomas. Backdoor cut by Lillis, excellent, getting into the paint,
Yeah.
great right-handed finish. Erin Lillis gets the first field goal for the Cougars and kind of breaks this cold streak that we've started off with. Excellent full court pressure, just got into her a little bit. Ainsley
did.
Urbanski picks up her first foul.
Yep, took her down out there in the backcourt, and little need to foul when you're that far from the basket, but it happens.
So 2 new subs in here for the Grizzly Cubs. Number 24, Miriam Jones, comes in for the first time, along with number 44, Abigail DeArmond. Kyra Baker, first time we've called her name, guarded by Urbanski. Ball cycling around the outside again. And another 3-pointer there. I think that time it's Kyra Baker.
They have 4 3-pointers in the game.
Well, and I'll correct myself. I think they
3.
may have said her toe was on the line for that one. Thomas shoots for 3, can't quite connect. Ball corralled there by number 24, Miriam Jones, and it's back the other way for the Grizzly Cubs. Nice deflection by Urbanski.
Always some good hustle on both
gets
teams.
it back to Thomas. Great defensive play for the Cougars. Here comes Lillis, slicing off the glass and nails it. And that brings the score to 5-9. Some signs of life here for the Cougar offense in transition. I think, was that a carry
He may have
call?
called her for the carry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rare
it's
that you see
unusual
that.
that guy would call it from the far corner of the court, but
I know much to the chagrin of some of
see
our
it.
older viewers. You know, it's rare that you see that call in general these days. So a good break for the Cougars, and the defensive intensity I think has been there if things can clean up a little bit on the offensive end.
Franklin goes into his own defense this time down.
Oh, great cut there. Elise, they find her behind the zone. Out to Lillis.
Elise needs to shoot that one. She's 3 feet from the basket. She's got the ball.
Ball brought up here by Abigail DeArmond. And, some contact inside, but it looks like they're going to call that Cougar ball.
I wasn't sure that Nadia Trent didn't touch it on the way out, but it looks like she did not.
She sure hit that cutter coming through the middle a little bit. My goodness, she hit the floor hard. But that's again, a great possession for the Cougars. It seems like when they force the ball inside, Franklin having some difficulty scoring from there.
Yeah, they seem to be tough on the dribble and a little tough on the inside shots. It looks like their threes are just what they have to offer in the game. So we'll see how it goes.
Starting to get a little off-ball movement here by Urbanski. Nice little pocket pass inside to Thomas, can't connect. And it's another rebound for number 24, Miriam Jones.
Yeah, and I hate to dwell on it, but again, she shoots before she looks at the basket, and her shots are coming off on the inside.
Good defense by Goad to force the kick-out pass and a mid-range jumper. And again, not really the strength of that offense, and Cougars get another stop.
We've had great opportunities in this game.
Lewis over to Grooms.
Wow.
Grooms can't connect, and a good save there
Nice
by
hustle
Thomas.
play. Yeah, nice hustle.
Savvy play. And Bentley hasn't shot a lot from the outside this year, but is actually shooting the highest percentage on the team. So you'd like to see her get a few more of those open looks.
Yeah, the shot was online, just came off a little short.
Urbanski, baseline three off the inbound, won't go.
Good
Goad,
hustle.
great physical rebound, and don't think they're going to credit her with the shot, sadly, but
It'll be ball out here, though, under the basket for the Cougars.
and those are the plays we've come to expect watching Elise out here for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Anything in there, no rebound is safe, no loose ball is safe.
Yeah,
as
she will
long
get
as
on
she's
the floor. Yep.
Urbanski takes it inside. Good right-handed finish. Nice spin off the glass. Fights through the double team for another basket. And Cougars within a basket here with 1:35 left to play in the first. Miriam Jones fires a three again. Pseudo penetration, really just looking to kick it back out. Another rebound won't go. Another great physical rebound by Elise Goad, and back comes Bentley with a head of steam.
Yeah, we've got a little fast break going there. Oh.
Nearly able to finish that for the M1, but she'll shoot two and hopefully hit them both and bring this game to a tie with just over a minute left in the first.
That'd be pretty nice for the Cougs. We started off really poorly.
First shot is up and good. Beautiful shot there. And Bentley, one of three seniors who started tonight. Nadia comes off the bench, but really kind of a starter as well. And so it's been a long time since we've seen this many seniors playing for this team.
Yeah, we've watched some of these kids play for 2-3 years now.
Another offensive rebound for Elise Goad. Kicks it back out, and Cougars may look to hold a little bit here, but Urbanski fires it from deep three. Can't connect, and that one was a little too far gone for Elise to save. But 1 point game here, 59 seconds to play. Both teams doing pretty good staying out of foul trouble for what we've seen in the past. So, well, what do we got here? We got a stoppage.
Somebody's mouth guard fell on the floor, maybe. Can't tell quite what it is.
So after an official's time here, we'll go with a side out for the Grizzly Cubs. Nice kick out there to Megan Thompson. She's able to hit a baseline three, and that just doesn't seem to be the person we want to be helping off of right
No,
now.
I don't understand why we don't get on her a little quicker, or maybe just put somebody on her. She's been their only real solid scoring threat in the game.
Urbanski handles at the top of the key. Lewis drives baseline. She's able to get a little leaner off, and a nice body control on that. Goes high off the glass and cuts it back to a 2-point deficit.
Yeah, that was a really nice play on her part. Got 18 seconds to go here, and whose ball is that going to be? That's our ball. That'll be Cougar ball all the way. So
I think Miriam Jones just kind of got caught between two separate decisions and just dropped it. So a chance here to tie it back up at halftime, which is a result the Cougars would be thrilled with after the start of the game.
yeah, for sure, this would be a great thing to either be tied or take the lead at the quarter.
Grooms looks baseline.
Nice
Go,
pass
nice
inside.
position.
She needs to go up with that one. She's hesitant to go to the basket, and I really don't understand it.
Oh, man, and a tough break for the Cougars here as Liv Paramore, first time we've called her name, hits a long runner, and that's a 5-point deficit at the end of the first. The Franklin Grizzly Cubs 15, Cougars 10 at the end of the first.
Yeah, Elise needs to get a little drop step in her game and be able to, drop down in there, in the slot there, and stick that thing in the basket from just it's a simple layup. If she just does that, just turns and faces the basket. But she's always looking for teammates, and I appreciate her unselfishness, but for the good of the team, sometimes you have to be a little selfish.
So we'll take a look here at halftime down at the scores table, but I believe that every field goal so far for the Grizzly Cubs has been a three-pointer.
I think that's true. And yeah, I would like to know. I'm not sure how many they shot. I was keeping track for a while there, and then I got into the game and kind of forgot about all the counting I was doing in my head. But that's normal. I'm not a math guy.
All right, so we'll see if Coach Jermail goes with the same lineup here in just a second as the teams break the huddle for the start of the second.
Kenny, it's nice to see you in the gym tonight. We'd all gotten used to seeing you out on the old lacrosse field. And Kenny was our head lacrosse coach here for how long, Ken?
Oh, a number of years,
For a few
4 years.
And he has resigned from the old game. He's given over the reins, and so now he's going to be a lacrosse onlooker. He'll probably be one of those screaming people in the stands that he always hated so much.
Well, and one of those things is now we may be able to stream a game, and I may be able to call one if I can keep myself in check. But Casey Thompson goes and she can't connect off the high glass, and Elise makes another hustle play. It's got to be 4 or 5 rebounds and at least 3 offensive rebounds for Elise Goad thus far.
Well, if you don't mind if I sit in with you on those games, I might learn something about that sport.
Oh, we'll absolutely do it, but we'll have to have a longer delay than usual, I think, if we're doing a lacrosse game. But another missed field goal here. But Cougars just keep collecting these offensive rebounds, and that's been an advantage for us so far, one we can hopefully hold on to.
Ken, why would we need a longer delay?
Oh, no reason.
Okay.
So turnover here for the Cougars, ball brought back up by 32, Sandrock. Sandrock kicks it outside, another baseline 3, that won't go.
Boy, they are just looking for threes. There's no doubt about it. That's what their offense is predicated on. They have all four girls outside the arc.
Ball goes inside, and you hate to see a foul there with how poorly Franklin is shooting on the inside. That shot looked like it had no prayer, but the foul bails them out, and they'll shoot 2, and I believe it's number 44, Abigail DeArmond. First is good, takes it to 16-10. DeArmond hits the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a little pressure full court from the Grizzly Cubs looking to trap.
Yeah, they're going to trap full court here, and we threw it away immediately, first pass.
And Groom's unable to connect with Ainsley. And it's going to be Franklin Bear Cubs ball. Sorry, I'm kind of getting distracted. We gotta hear some coaching going on from the bleachers. And
we got a rowdy fan down here who's doing a little coaching, but that's what they paid their big bucks for to get in the game. So we'll listen to that for a while.
All right, well, air ball there on that 3. Good offensive rebound by number 4, Izzy Harrison. She puts up a shot that won't go. Another inside shot misses, and Ainsley.
That should be Cougar ball. There we go.
I saw that a little bit differently, but we'll take that result.
Went right off their girl's foot there.
I'm going to take your word for it, Steve. It's going to be Elise Goad inbounding this ball.
I may be old, but I can still see.
Now, and we've got
Don't you pick on me, Ken.
a new arrival here on the court for the first time. Number 10, Mallory Barrow, comes in and gives Bentley Grooms a little break here. Turnover there, sloppy passing at the top of the key, and layup attempt won't go.
Have they hit a layup? I don't recall it.
They have not hit a layup or an inside shot yet, and there we go with good ball rotation to the backside. Another missed inside shot. And the recipe for offensive opportunity seems pretty clear here for the Grizzly Cubs. And I think it was a jump ball, so alternating possession will stay with Franklin. On an inbounds is what it looks like is about to happen here. rotation around the outside. Little baseline shot. Great double team there by Urbanski and Goad. And we're coming right back to Barrow.
Really nice.
And she makes a splash early in her first couple minutes here in the game and gets a layup.
I'll tell you, that was a super nice catch on the pass and then a really nice move to get it up for the layup. Really, really a great move there.
So another stoppage. This one I can't explain why they stopped the transition play there. But it'll be an inbounds here to number 23, Kyra Baker, to start the action. Crabtree guarded by Lillis. Ball rotates, and another baseline three. I think that's a new shooter for us for Franklin Central. That's number 32, Kendall Jocham.
Yeah, so they've got somebody else who's joined the three party here. Yep. Oop, a near steal right there.
Ball kicked out to Urbanski, hesitates, pulls it inside the three-point arc, not able to connect. Ball saved by Go, but this one's collected by Franklin, and they're coming back with a head of steam. That's Crabtree. Great block by Urbanski. Great hustle getting back. And jump ball, and this one's going to go Cougars. Another nice play there by Mallory Barrow, a freshman.
Yeah, she's been pretty impressive in the first couple minutes in.
Making a quick impact. Looked out there, I thought, I don't think I've ever seen that person play for Bloomington North before, and I'm right, because she's only a ninth grader. Year. So they did get a foul there on the floor. And it looks like 5-team fouls for Franklin, so pretty soon here we should be seeing some extra opportunities at the basket. Lillis fires, can't connect. Great inside position by Barrow.
She had the position, got the rebound, didn't hit the shot, but she's going to the line.
Oh, really one of the more impressive players we've seen so far this game, making a lot of those limited opportunities thus far.
Yeah, she's making a real difference in about 2 minutes' time here. The score hasn't changed, but she's making a difference in the level of play.
Barrow's first, dances, won't fall.
Dances. Ooh.
Dances around the rim a little bit. Coming onto the floor, a couple players for Franklin, Izzy Harrison, and number 30, Liv Paramore, who hit that long three-pointer at the end of the first.
Well, we missed two at the line and back on D. Cougs still in man-to-man.
And finally, a mid-range jump shot falls for Franklin and expands the repertoire a little bit. A good pass by Elise Goad there to break the press. And Lillis, nice left-handed finish in, the foul. Great looking play by Lillis, a senior who, when you look at all the stat sheets and everything, not really leading in every category, but probably second or third in almost every category, really does it all.
She's got a little bit of everything, and she's pretty good around the basket. Certainly compared to our other girls tonight she is, but normally she's pretty good in there on the drive. Hits the free throw, and brings us back within 5. 7, he said.
Nice little three-point play there. And Trent doing some work here on defense to start us off. Inside dribble, Izzy Harrison. That's a two-pointer, won't go. And they got Elise got up in the face a little bit there of number 30, Paramore, and on the floor, so no free throws, and Cougars still winning the foul battle pretty handily. 3-team fouls for the Cougars compared to 7 for Franklin.
Oh, nice steal.
Urbanski comes down with a head of steam, tries to dish it off to Barrow, and cannot connect on the pass.
I think we know who that person's related to.
Oh, it's getting a little hot up here in top stands, but
well, you know.
Timeout
Here
taken.
we go.
And I believe, Steve, we will take a timeout here as well.
I think we should. I think we need a quick break here, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back to action. Franklin Central inbounds the ball. Cougs laying back, still in that man-to-man defense. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cougars are down 7.
Now, I haven't seen it all tonight, but, you know, in the past, Cougars have had some pretty impressive pressure in the full court. Be interested to see if they bring that to the table. And that's a foul on Nadia Trent as she was trying to prevent Liv Paramore from getting a clean look inside, and that'll be 2 shots.
Yeah, that's kind of a classic example of reaching rather than moving your feet on defense, and it'll get you every time.
Paramore's first clangs off the back rim. You know, maybe she should have shot a runner there from outside the three-point like at the end of the first quarter. And the second does go in, and that's 23 for Franklin to the Cougars 15. 3:53 here to play in the second. Lewis caught up a little bit by that trap in the backcourt, and they are going to say that Izzy Harrison got a piece of that, so Cougars will retain possession inbound here by Casey Thomas. All right, Franklin Central bringing the ball down the floor. That's another baseline 3. That's their shot. That one won't go. Great rebound, Elise Goad. She hands off to Lillis, who brings it back.
And Lillis will take it right at him, get fouled, and that is a great play right there. No hesitation whatsoever. The player's moving with her to take it straight to the hole, take it into her, and now we're at the line.
And we've had a couple opportunities for other players inside to create that same kind of contact, but not being decisive enough as Lillis has been. And the first goes for Lillis.
Yeah, when Lillis gets a little steam rolling, she does not slow down for anybody.
Well, and she does a great job as she kind of leans either into or away from the contact of maintaining control and still getting a shot that's very much, you know, with intent at the basket. Outside shot, and that one's good. Lauren Sandrock, and another three-pointer, and that brings the lead to 9 for Franklin. Franklin coming out with a full court press here as Lillis looks to break, and the trap comes in the middle rather than the corner. And great full court pass to Elise Go, but cannot connect on the layup. And the ball is brought back down by number 44, Abigail DeArmond. Ball moves around the outside. Another open three-pointer. That one goes. That's Marion Jones now warming up a little bit. An assist rather than a shot this time from Megan Thompson on the three-pointer.
Franklin likes this full court. It's been somewhat effective for them. We've had good shot opportunities off it, and there's another one.
A nice little finger roll there, and draws some contact, and she'll be shooting too, Urbanski, trying to heat up a little bit here in the first half. Urbanski's first is good. Great looking shot there, and first time sub coming out here for Franklin. That's number 33, Olivia Tipton, coming into play a little bit here. Urbanski's second is good.
Nice. So we're a 10-point game. So I had to take a little break there, Ken. I did, I guess it's popularly called a butt dial, but my butt dialed 911. And so I got a call back from the police to make sure everything was okay. I told them it's okay if you can get this guy next to me away from me a little bit.
Well, I was going to say, I wish they had called me. I would have told them I'm in need of some assistance. But
anyway, everything's okay. I reassured them, and I think they're probably not coming now. And anyway, yeah, it was nice though. I was glad that at least the thing works, right?
Yeah. Well, and just what a great way of taxpayer money and time to be spent answering your accidental butt dials.
And I was smart enough not to say, "I'm just testing."
Oh, so we're creating our own excitement in addition to that posed by the game. 2:24 here in the second period, and the deficit has slowly grown over the course of the quarter. Let's see if the Cougars can close it out here, starting on defense the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, we have 2:20 to go here, and we really need to shut them down. And oof, I was afraid that was going.
Yeah, Megan Thompson with the rare open miss. And a great tie up there by Goad, but this one's going to stay with Franklin, unfortunately. So Cougars will have to get another stop before regaining possession.
Cougars fall into a zone for the out-of-bounds play. And they stay in it.
A nice job collapsing there on the interior. That's Miriam Jones. Hit one of those earlier. Can't connect there. Rebound Casey Thompson, and it'll be Urbanski bringing it back up the floor.
Cougars don't need to rush anything, and as I say that, oh, there it is. Nicely done.
Well, a little pull-up jumper from about 3 feet outside the three-point arc, but when it goes, you'll take it, and that brings it to a 7-point deficit for the Cougars, who have a little pep in their step after that one here in the zone.
Yeah, they do. As I was saying, there's no hurry here. There's lots of time in this game, and you know they've got it within 7 here. If they can knock it down to 5 by the halftime, that'll be all right.
Oh, and as the pinch happens in that zone, they're just daring Megan Thompson to hit that baseline three-pointer, which haven't seen her make much from our side of the floor, but from the other side, she's been deadly. So hopefully they can get out there and recover a little quicker. And that's exactly what we saw on the other side of the floor there, and
yeah,
you know, Franklin all too comfortable capitalizing on
that.
those.
They went to the zone on the out of bounds under the basket wasn't a surprise. That they stay in the zone is a bit of a surprise to me, because clearly these girls can shoot to 3, and we cannot cover that in a zone defense. Our girls just aren't quick enough to get out there on those shooters.
Especially on the baseline, it's just so difficult to recover, especially once you get your hips turned around and everybody's looking into the paint trying to get that person on the free throw line. So
yeah, and Franklin's got some outstanding outside shooters. We just have to be constantly aware. My guess is that Coach Termale right now is going to put the girls back in a man-to-man, maybe trap full court, and see if they can't create a little excitement here at the end of the half.
So 1:15 remaining. And it looks like we've got, well, not a total starting lineup. It looks like they got Barrow out there, who has played well in limited minutes. So hopefully she can continue providing a spark. Urbanski dribbles down to the wing, fires another three, hits
She
again.
is on fire right now.
Heating up after a rough, first 11 minutes of the game. But
stupid me, I didn't predict that very well. The girls stay in the zone defense. We'll see how this goes.
Interesting to see Franklin pull those wing players way up and keep them off the baseline. Expect them to go hunting down there here soon, though.
Yeah, they're going to play for a last shot, it looks like, and now just hold the ball since we're staying back in the zone. If we don't come out and get them, they can just stand and hold it for the rest of the quarter.
And Casey Thomas.
We're getting a little bit aggressive, but not enough to force the play.
Ball comes out to Miriam Jones.
They should start to run some offense, about 10 seconds, get a shot with about 5. See if they can get a putback.
Sandrock. Over to Paramore. Paramore dribbles.
Yeah, their coach will give them a sign here in a sec.
Oh,
good defense.
Looked to get it inside. That was number 32, Morgan Sandrock, but Casey Thomas with some heads-up defense there to deflect it. And now out of the inbounds, maybe not as much a comfort zone here for Franklin.
At 5 seconds.
Inside shot won't go, and Cougars end on a stop. Get a little defensive momentum. Very
nice. They got the shot they wanted, and the Cougars, from my opinion, are lucky not to have gotten a foul call on that last shot. But here we are, and it's 32-25. It's halftime, and Kenny and I are going to take a little break, and we'll come back with the second half action from the Cougar Den at Bloomington North High School, right here in beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Looking forward to it, Steve, but for the record, I saw no contact on that final shot attempt.
It was on the rebound attempt. We'll check in with you guys in a minute.
So here we are starting the second half. Sorry we missed you there for 10 or 15 seconds, but you did not miss much as Cougars missed the rim and turned the ball over with 20 seconds gone. And probably not the offensive result they were looking for on the first possession, but we'll see if they can rebound here on the defensive end.
Well, 7 down, it's a very doable thing. We just have to get a couple defensive stops. There's one.
Great deflection
And
by
then we have to stay under control and score.
Great deflection by Goad, and that's the freshman. Oh no, sorry, senior Aaron Lillis. I thought that might have been Barrow there on the drive, but it was Lillis. Again, doing a little bit of everything for the Cougars tonight, and doing it better than anybody so far.
Well, this is just exactly the game they need right here. Good defense right there by Goad. The girl scored, but you know what? You can't stop that shot. If she can do that, she can do that all night.
Can't complain when they're leaning and throwing a little bit of the sky hook at you. You've done enough.
Yeah, it looked like Kareem on that shot.
So nice
Good
poke
steal
away
on
there.
their end.
And here comes another three-pointer. That goes off the back rim. Good rebound by Thomas, getting up there to grab it and take it away from 32, Sandrock, who was looming in the background. Nice shot by Lillis. That won't go. Another offensive rebound for Goad. Got to be her 5th. Grooms penetrates, and it's going to stay with the Cougars.
And you know, Elise did not one time look at the basket. She got that beautiful rebound down there. She's about 5 feet out on the side, and she just never even looked. She could have, for all she knew, she had a clear lane. She's really got to take a look at the basket.
Cougars having some difficulty inbounding. Nice bounce pass there to get it creatively to Urbanski at the top of the key. And tries to thread a little bounce pass, and Thomas can't corral it with the left.
No, that was just not a good pass. Threw it into traffic, and there's no way that the girl inside could have picked up that ball.
So Kyra Baker bringing the ball up here and guarded by Urbanski.
Our rule was always if you can't see both shoulders on the person inside, you don't pass them the ball. They got to have both shoulders pointed at you.
So that cross-court pass, which has been working well so far, overthrown a little bit over the head of Megan Thompson, with Grooms applying a little pressure to rush it. And Cougars looking good defensively. Just got to get some baskets here. Great shot.
Oh, that was a really nice pick and roll. Really
Wow.
nice pick and roll on that one.
Beautiful break to the basket. Really nicely done by Elise. You'd love to see it go in, but hopefully she can knock down the free throws. Still a 7-point deficit here. No change thus far.
Nice form on that, and it goes through.
First is good, yeah. While you hope to see a little more aggressiveness, you can see a ton of growth from last year, where Elise was really kind of a bruiser, and now the free throws, some of the passing from the inside out, really a lot of growth there for Elise. Great to see.
And she hits them both. We got a 34-29 game. Cougars need to play some defense.
Thompson not picked up in the half court.
Oh, no block out. There's a thing for anybody watching at home that wants to learn about basketball. Don't go for the rebound. Go for the block out. The ball will fall. You can pick it up. But you got to get the person on your back.
And all of that starts, though, because Thompson's left wide open on the perimeter yet again. Cougars just struggling to recover her as the offense sets up. Nearly a turnover there on the baseline, but Izzy Harrison able to just get it back outside. And a little inside penetration, a little knee knock there, and that'll be a foul on the floor against the Cougars. Goad picking that one up.
It's her second foul of the game. So I think we're in pretty good shape foul-wise. I don't think anybody has more than 2. Might have been a little
Harrison
hop there.
drives, pivots, can't get the fadeaway.
There was a good block out that time by Bentley.
And enables Lillis to pick up the rebound. A nice little behind-the-back dribble and a near assist to Goad on the block. We can't get that
You got
one.
to use the backboard on those.
And some nice transition passing here from the Grizzly Cubs. Outside shot, that won't go. Another rebound for Lillis. Willing the team here to keep things moving. Nice dish.
Really a nice pass. Really a nice dish off.
Thomas can't finish inside. Ball comes back. Elise tips it, but it gets right back to Harrison, who finishes the easy layup. and a timeout is taken. Couldn't see who that one was credited to, but kind of a tough break off that deflection.
Yeah, our kids are putting out effort. They're just not making the plays. And we have 2 missed layups in this quarter, and that'll just kill you. The hardest shot in the world is from 2-3 feet out, dead on the side. You've got to get an angle and go to the backboard on those.
But you're right about those rush shots, too. Some of those, a pump fake, a pivot, a little hesitation, and these recovering defenders are going to blow right by them, but we're so eager to get the ball up that we don't take the best shot.
Yeah, we're shooting while we turn, and we need to really separate that, turn, face the basket, see if you have a pass, see if you have a shot, and then move. And it has to happen quick, but it's got to all happen in separate motions.
So Urbanski, Lillis, Grooms, Trent, and Thomas on the floor here with 4:50 remaining in the third. Still looking to close a 7-point deficit and hopefully start this fourth quarter back even. Full court pressure from the Grizzly Cubs. Good job by Grooms to come back and support that. Whoa, there's a kick ball there. That one nearly hit the track. Look out in the upper deck.
Yeah, thought we were going to bump off a fan up there leaning on the railing.
So you'll have to remind me, Stephen, Cougars are now working with a shorter amount of time, right, to get the ball over half court. There's no reset on a deflection like that.
There's no clock of any kind. They have 10 seconds to get it up the court still again.
Okay. But that 10 seconds does reset.
Sorry?
That 10 seconds does reset.
Yeah, every time the ball goes out, they got 10 seconds to bring it up the court again. Yeah, they keep changing all the rules at the pro level and then the college level. And high school, it takes a long time for them to make any changes. The tradition is what people love about high school basketball, and I appreciate that a lot about the game. I think that there's no reason to change it. Now, pro basketball fans are probably rolling their eyes at me right now.
I only know of one. So Izzy Harrison taking her first free throws of the game. First is up and will not go.
I think if the pros want to subsidize high schools, basketball programs, we could change some rules for them maybe.
They could subsidize the whole thing, man. Subsidize high school teachers. Let's go. Where are the Pacers at? Somebody call the Pacers for us. Yeah. Harrison does connect on the second, and that makes it a 8-point lead for the Grizzly Cubs here. And a backcourt foul. Nice to draw that. And I'd love to see the Cougars get the Grizzly Cubs into the penalty. We've been shooting better than they have from the foul line, and we have had more attempts, but it'd be great to get that going here before the fourth.
I think as a team, the Cougars have shot free throws really, really well this year. I know in one of their early games they missed maybe hit 20 out of 24 or something. It was crazy. But they've shot well from the line. And now we got to get some of those layups to fall. All right, little courtside scoring clarification, and we're back to the game.
Yeah, it looks like 60% as a team from the free throw line. Certainly not bad.
Well, it's not as good as I thought they were, but at this level, it's not bad. There's
a
nice
pass. Look inside to Thomas, and she finally gets one of those to go, and hopefully that's a confidence booster because she's getting the looks. She just needs to hit them, and that was a great start.
Yeah, she got the back screen at the top of the key and went to the basket wide open. Like to see us work a little bit more of that kind of thing.
So pops it back out to Baker. Baker takes that off the back rim. Good rebound by Nadia Trent and gets it over to Lillis.
I would think that Coach Jermale talked a little bit about blocking out and about defense at halftime. The girls have come out and played better.
Lillis has been really nifty with those behind the backs, gets inside, feeds to Thomas, who can hopefully knock down a couple free throws. But again, it's these little bursts of momentum. We'd love to see one actually kind of carry into a little run here.
Yeah, we have a chance right now to cut it to 4. That'd be the closest it's been since the very beginning of the game.
And
did I jinx her?
Yeah, that thing certainly danced. That thing boogied, but it did not want to drop. But a second here coming up, and Coach Jermale standing tight with this 5 here, it looks like. That won't go, but
Oh, we got a break there. She drops it out of bounds.
just a toe on the line there. And uh-oh, I'm looking down, Mr. Philbeck, and I'm seeing a Bloomington North Athletics legend.
A
One
legend,
Dontrese
indeed.
Barbie.
There she is.
A fantastic shot put athlete who graduated a few years ago.
Absolutely, for sure.
Walking up to see us. So it's who's who of Bloomington High School North. And she's up here even giving us a little love. Thanks for coming up, Dontrese.
Yeah.
We were just talking about your prowess on the track and field team, but now I got to get back to basketball. But I'm just excited to see her.
Yeah, it's nice to see all the old Cougs fall back in here sometimes, and Dontrese is one of the best.
Trent able to tip it away, but it's not going to turn the ball over. It'll stay with Franklin Grizzly Cubs here. And solid defense again, active in the post, and not a lot of free three-point attempts going off, which is great news for the Cougars.
And we've got it to 4. Now,
Get it,
there's
Nadia. Yeah, Nadia rips it away, and I believe that's with us. No, it's going to stay with Franklin again.
That's all right. They wasted a turn. We'll get it next time.
Sorry, everybody got excited. I almost had to turn off my mic and yell, "Go Nadia!" there. That was a great tie-up. So penetration, that won't go. That shot never had a prayer. Another rebound for Nadia Trent, and here comes Lillis on the break with Thomas.
She'll take that one every time and hit it.
Great little pull-up in the
We've
paint.
got it to 2.
Grooms guarding Thompson. Groom steps in, nice recovery, nice closeout, but Thompson just lethal from that baseline.
Yeah, she can shoot, and we got to just jump all over her. She is the one that's really killed us.
Coming down the lane, Thomas kicks it out to Lillis. Lillis been hot. That one won't go. Good attempt though by Lillis. Good ball movement by the Cougars, and here comes Thompson back up the floor.
Oh, we've got a little walk there. Okay, the Cougars have really picked up the pace here in the last couple minutes. We've got 2:21 to go here in the third quarter. 5-point game.
And it does look like we do in the full court transition have a little bit of an athleticism advantage, and maybe we'll be able to capitalize on that a little bit more here this quarter.
Well, we've had a lot of success against their press, and I'm not sure why they continue to play it.
Urbanski, deep three. That got tipped, I think. Gobe is out of bounds when she jumped for the save. And it'll be a turnover here. 5-point lead for Franklin. And no, Thompson left wide open again in the half court, but she does not hit the shot, and a pretty brutal foul there from behind. I got to imagine that's going on Franklin. It is, and Cougars will take over possession on the loose ball foul.
It's a good thing because we clobbered them right after that. So.
Oh, I missed that. I was already up out of my chair. Too busy, about to point out to our girl on the ground to even see the second one. But here we go inbound, and you're right, Steve, sticking with that full court press despite the relative ease with which we've broken it.
Yeah, I don't see that they've gotten anything out of it necessarily.
Got that one turnover by Bentley a little earlier, but other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Nice drive by Urbanski, his right-hand finish. Nobody even stepped to her in the lane.
That was good defense right there. A little help side came through.
Thomas, who got closing out on Thompson, that's been a successful move for the Cougars. But wow, a nice three-point shot there by number 23, Kyra Baker. And now they got her on a loose ball foul as Urbanski was trying to take her on the baseline.
Starting to see some fouls pile up on Franklin here. It's 5-3 as a team, and that was her third right there.
5 in the quarter. I think we may have gotten away with a drop there on the inbounds. I don't think that's technically allowed, but they let a play continue, and the left-handed finger roll won't go. Elise picks it up.
Once again, she didn't look at the basket.
But Lillis walks right through a double team and
She
able to
found Aaron.
finish with the right hand, and she's pumped, man. She's out there chirping. and she knows she's got the Cougars back within 4 here. Roll away from pressure. Again, not generating quite as much room with this dribble weave and perimeter passing as they were in the first half. Ball comes outside to Jones.
Yeah, even when they dribble it into the lane, they kick it straight back outside again.
And Thomas guarding Thompson has been a nice adjustment too by Coach Jamel and the staff, not getting nearly as many open looks when they match up.
Yeah, we've got Coach Tremail, Coach Doberens, and Coach Cutshall over there on the bench for the Cougars.
Baker guarded by Trent. Oh, wow. They get Nadia Trent with an alleged block there. And that's all I'm going to say about that one.
I think you said it. I think you said what you wanted to. What Kenny's trying to tell you is that he doesn't think there was a foul there.
Now I'm very objective, and I'm going to have to.
Of course.
I'm going to have to just double down.
It's
on
not
that.
like we don't both teach here or anything.
So the foul competition is matching up a little bit more evenly here, and off the front rim, solid stop there, not letting them get an open 3-point attempt, and 7-point lead is now a 4-point lead.
And the Cougs can't get any closer than 4 so far. They've got a quarter left. We're going to take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back with the final quarter of action. We are back and starting the fourth quarter. Here we go. Cougars have the ball and they are down 4, and Franklin opens up in man-to-man defense.
So looks like Lillis, Urbanski, Goad, Trent, and Thomas on the floor. Goad gets a nice look inside, kicks out Thomas. Trent on the block. Nice clean block. They're going to call it a jump ball before they were able to call it a travel, which is somewhat lucky. But the possession stays with the Grizzly Cubs, and that'll be a turnover. Bummer, you'd like to see Nadia warm up a little bit and get some points on the board.
Yeah, a little shot fake there would have done her a world of good. It was no secret that she was going to turn and shoot.
It's another one of those rushed inside shots, so.
There's a travel.
Yeah. They got her. She didn't like it, but it was a clear travel.
Yeah, she Flint-stoned there and to get her run started. It's a travel every time.
So Kiki Crabtree turns it over, and here we come back with Lillis. Thomas goes in with the right hand and thought she drew some contact, didn't quite get it. Coach Dobrez.
There we go, getting on the floor.
There we go, and Urbanski ties it up. That's going to be Cougar ball. Great work on the tie up there. 3 Cougars just about hitting the floor there.
Yeah, I love it. It's something I really love to see as the ball goes down and where people just hit the floor, get a hand on it, and you get the ball.
Now they're checking the moisture level of the floor there after all that body slamming going on. And it'll be Thomas to inbound once they're sure they got it dry and safe. Oh, ball got up above her head. Almost lucky she lost control, or it would have been a carry. And another tie-up goes to Franklin.
Cougars man-to-man defense. Ball has arrived. Let's go.
Ball kicked out. Oh, I thought they might take a mid-range jumper there, but it's back outside for a three-pointer. That won't go. Kyra Baker with another missed attempt, and Nadia Trent, another rebound, second leading rebound for the Cougars, maybe the leading rebounder after tonight. Urbanski gets inside with a nice little inside Euro step.
Got a little NBA call on that one.
Oh,
You want to bring the NBA to high school? I think they just did.
That little inside Euro step. She was driving all the way, man. I love the continuation call there. Let's keep it going because, Steve, we are only down by 2 points with a chance to make it 1.
And that's exciting, but I got to tell you something, Ken. There's no such thing as a Euro step. I don't care what anybody says. That is just another name for travel.
Same number of steps. You just start with the
Just
outside
give it a different
foot
name.
and end with the inside. We need, let's go. Somebody get Manu Ginobili on the phone, get Tony Parker out here and explain to this guy what's going on.
Bring him on. I'll take him.
Inside look. I don't think they got Trent, who was up and down. I think it was on the help side. I think it may have been Urbanski that they got with that one. Huh.
Yep, it's on Nadia Trent. That is her third foul. So that's our first player in semi-foul trouble. With 6 minutes to go, though, they'll probably keep her on the floor.
So
This team's played pretty well. The group that's on the court right now, he's stayed with this group for most of the second half, if not maybe all of the second half.
And the free throws won't go, but we give up an offensive rebound there, and Lewis able to restrain herself from fouling there. And inside pass, number 21 can't get it to go. And here we come with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in the game, I believe.
Yes, it will be.
Urbanski gets inside. Nice block there.
Got that one blocked.
Couldn't tell if that was Liv Paramore or Morgan Sandrock in the moment, but really got up there and knocked that shot attempt down. But Cougars fortunate to retain possession here, and Bentley Grooms comes in to give Nadia Trent a little rest. Ball comes out to Lewis, corrals it nicely with the left hand. Nice little back cut by Thomas, but some of these long passes were not quite connected.
She needs to take a couple dribbles up and make that a better pass.
Nice to see the Cougars moving the ball inside out, but some of those are risky.
They are moving the ball. It was just a dangerous pass to go that deep inside with a bounce pass.
Lewis inbounding.
Uh-oh. Missed their connections.
And Franklin misses the initial layup. Kick out to Thompson. Thompson off the back rim, thank goodness. Grooms hits the floor. That's going to be a tie-up. That's going to go Cougar ball. And really, really fortunate sequence there. And with some good hustle, but you have a feeling if that three goes down, it would have been a big deflator there for the Cougars' hopes.
Yeah, we have 3 girls on the floor again, and our defense has been much improved, and it's forcing Franklin to shoot a little quicker than maybe they were in the first half. But, boy, they sure have not hit their shots in this half.
And Cougars really struggling to inbound the ball on the offensive end, which is causing some of this chaos in the transition.
That's just a lazy pass. You can't just kind of drop it out there. And that's what she's being told right now by Bentley Grooms. Just get the ball to her. There we go. A lot better.
Urbanski guarded here by Liv Paramore. Gets inside, steps to the double team. Nice right-handed finish. And you can see that they are terrified to send her to the line, but that is a Cougar lead for the first time all game off the nice shot by Urbanski.
Yeah, our girls are really getting after it now.
Oh, Elise. Great bump there to
good defense.
disrupt
Everybody's
any
playing really
potential
hard on the
shot.
defensive end.
Oh man, Lillis is fired up out there, man. She's all over the place. I love watching her play right now. It's been a pleasure to see her enthusiasm all night and really lifting the spirit of the
Yeah,
rest of
Elise
the team.
Goad moves her feet so well. She shut off that baseline move, just sliding her feet. You know, it's just simple defense, but boy, she plays it well. There she is with a little flash help, and she'll recover right back.
Lillis deflecting. Yep.
Had steps before the shot, and doesn't make the Franklin crowd very happy. But the Cougar faithful is making a little noise now. Game's getting exciting here with almost 5 minutes to play.
So Urbanski brings the ball up. Cougars looking to extend their first lead of the game. Takes it in with the left hand, inside Thomas. Thomas delivers. It's a 3-point lead for the Cougars, 4:41 remaining in the game.
Yeah, the Cougs have done a really nice job with the cuts to the basket and finding the open player.
Now a timeout call. Looked like the ball may have been loose there, but they do give Franklin a timeout to collect themselves as the Cougars have put together a nice little run here to turn what was at one point, I think it maybe a 10, 12-point deficit, now a 3-point lead.
Yeah, they've been down by 10 several times. And in a game where they'll be lucky to score 55 points, that's a pretty good turnaround.
I'm interested to see what the lineup will be. The players who have been playing the second half have piled up a lot of minutes. Although it's not that Franklin looks any fresher out there on the court, but you wonder with 4:43 left if they'll have to give some people some rest here.
Yeah, the Cougars surprisingly have so few players on their squad right now that they had to go with only 4 players for part of the JV game. In Indiana high school basketball rules, everybody is eligible to play 5 quarters a night, split between varsity and JV. And it's like almost all of our girls are playing 5 quarters. And it's a lot. It really is. I think it's going to wear on them over the course of the season here if they don't have more people. But they played 6 in this second half, and the 6 they've played have done quite well.
Thomas is the only one I saw taking any kind of minutes in that JV game, and so she's still looking fresh out there, which is good news because she's been a defensive force out there on the perimeter.
Yeah, the Cougars are now approaching their shooters, hands up, and they're a little intimidated to shoot it. But you'll see every one of our girls approaches the shooter, hands up, looking a little intimidating and fierce, and they seem hesitant to go at him.
Baseline shot by number 21. Not able to get that one to connect. That's Kiki Crabtree, and now we're back on the defensive end with Grooms controlling the ball. 3:47 left in this game.
Well, Elise Goad couldn't have been more open on the inside.
Urbanski goes baseline, triple on, triple fades away, but a big time rejection there. Aaliyah Jasper came across the baseline and sent that one almost into the track. So Cougars will get an opportunity to reset here. Looked like a promising play, but Jasper came out of nowhere. Urbanski penetrates, left-handed scoop. Nice little flip shot, great touch with the offhand.
That's a 5-point lead now for the Cougs, so we're seeing a pretty good turnaround right now in this game, 15 points.
Goad playing inside, bad shot, totally out of control there, and Thomas brings the ball up the court. Urbanski steps inside, left-handed finish. 7-point lead, that's a timeout for Franklin. And
yeah, we've turned this game upside down here, Ken.
Rolling in transition.
Well, our girls finally figured out we can drive the ball in there and make a pass and score. And we finally started to hit some of those layups we were missing earlier in the game. They're a lot less contested now than they were out of our half-court offense. And our girls have figured out they can run a little bit on these folks, and that's been a really positive thing for them. 50 to 43. It's getting kind of exciting here for our home fans.
Yeah, and the athleticism and conditioning definitely showing up, and a totally different affect on the Cougar team here on the sideline than what we were seeing in the first quarter.
Yeah, we have more cheerleaders dressed than we do varsity players tonight. And I'm not even kidding. Hey, while we have this little break here, thank you to Mr. Sean Caudell and his crew tonight for putting all the video stuff together. Truthfully, they do all the work, he and his students, and we just show up and do our announcing thing. When we're finished, we take off the headphones and go home, and they have to put it all away. And so a huge thank you to Sean and Evan Shields and their kids who are down there working really hard with the cameras and the production work. And other than Ken and I, it's all students. Sean helps to supervise a little bit, but the kids do all of this stuff. And so that's BHSN TV doing their thing.
And I don't know everyone's name, and we'll learn them over the course of the season, but we've got Ian Williamson over there running the camera. We've got Mulia Hermudia mixing everything together and making it all happen. We got Quentin Spriggs over there doing his thing. We had Caden Martell in here earlier working the camera as well. So a big thanks to those guys and even the people I don't know here making it happen.
Here we go. That's the 3 attempt. Oh, they gave him the rebound. And she missed. Who's coming out with it? Elise Gold, of course.
Wrangles it in. And 7-point lead.
Girls got hands.
Coaches on both sides of the floor, both official and unofficial, urging the Cougars to slow down and try to run away some of this clock here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds here left in the game. So Lillis controlling and daring Franklin to come out here and make a play.
She's going to get a 5-second call.
It's been a great matchup there all night for the Cougars, so no worries there.
We looked out there. The official was not even counting, but I thought we had a 5 out there.
Urbanski moves it over to Grooms. Grooms looking.
We have some fans who are wanting the Cougs to shoot it. That's the worst thing we could do right in there. We were controlling the ball, and we threw a risky pass. No reason to do that right now. We've got a 7-point lead. We had the ball with 1.5 minutes to go. Protect the ball.
Thomas not able to handle that entry pass. 90 seconds remaining on the clock, and Franklin looking a little out of sorts as well here, trying to set up a shot to lessen the Cougar lead.
Well, they're feeling the rush right now, and so they're shooting fast. They're way out of control for what they looked like in the first half, and then they got that break. Got a little putback basket there and the foul, so it's a 5-point game, and they're at the line.
After a bad miss by Kiki Crabtree that barely hits the rim and turns into a bit of what they used to call an Allen Iverson assist, and Lauren Sandrock able to collect it, and then we add on the foul, and so now a 5-point lead, looking at possibly a 4-point lead with 1 minute and 14 remaining.
Yeah, the rushed bad pass on the other end really hurt us. It got us into exactly this spot. We should have been in there getting 2 more points or holding the ball until they fouled us.
All right, so the free throw doesn't go, which eases the sting a little bit. Urbanski brings it up the floor. Here comes the trap. And good timeout there by Coach Jamail, as that handoff looked like it was going to be rough at best.
5 minutes with 1.5 minutes to go. The Cougars should be able to handle this game from here. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. They're able to control the ball. They're going to have to hit a couple free throws, no doubt about it. So they want to make sure that they have their better shooters handling the ball right now, and then have people inside to rebound. And Elise Goad has really done the job on the inside for the Cougars once again tonight. She doesn't score a whole lot, but she plays defense, she rebounds, she makes good passes. She just does a little bit of everything that you can do to make a team better for an inside player.
And to be able to do that and not be a liability at the free throw line at this point in the game makes a huge difference. And we've seen her knock down 2 beautiful free throws, and really seen a lot of the Cougar starters have some very nice free throw shooting tonight and throughout the season. So we'll see if we can keep that going, as Franklin should be forced to foul pretty quick here. Lillis facing a double in the
She needs to
backcourt.
step through and pass.
Support comes up. Nice pivot through the pressure
Don't
by
shoot.
Thomas.
There we go. Good.
Grooms.
And they just need to keep
Urbanski.
their calm.
And that's exactly who you want going to the line if you're Bloomington North. It's a nice play there by everyone involved.
Well, that's what we were talking about, right? Keep the ball in the hands of your people who can shoot them and wait for the foul. They have no choice. No shot clock here.
First shot won't go, and that's going to be live ball coming back down the court are the Grizzly Cubs.
Yeah, both teams will be in the 1-and-1 here for the rest of the way.
And Kiki Crabtree looking for some room. Lillis won't give it to her. Good contest, no foul. And are they going to
Should
call
have
a
been a jump
tie?
ball.
Nope, they got her on a reach, and I hate to hear myself say it, but from where I was sitting, it looked like a pretty good call, and so that'll send Franklin to the line for a 1-and-1.
And honestly, where we are up in the top of the bleachers up here, we really have a better view than the official on the court. And
There's
so,
absolutely no question.
yeah,
No question.
yeah. So of course we're always right.
The further your way you get, I think the better shot you got. Same's true of coaching, I think.
Right. It's true. Are you picking on me because I was a coach? Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. So here we go. Here comes another. And that one rattles out. And guess who? Elise
Still
Goad
a
with another big
5-point game.
rebound. Grooms caught up a little bit in the backcourt. They do get a timeout here. But a nice rebound by Goad. And things kind of out of sequence there as they tried to break that press. So good to settle up and get the right play called here.
Yeah, unless it's absolutely desperation. You don't want to get in a position where you cover the ball and crouch over like that because there's nothing she can do there except get tied up or call a timeout. You got to keep yourself moving upright and see if you can find somebody to pass to there. She's double teamed, stay upright, step through the two defenders and find an open person. On the other hand, our other people should have been back there in those gaps to help her out with the ball.
So here we go, 24 seconds left. Do you expect Franklin to foul right away, or are they going to try to force the Cougars to make a couple passes here first?
No, they'll try to force us to make a bad inbounds pass. They might give us one more, see how it goes. But they'll foul within no more than 10 seconds here for sure. They need 2 possessions, maybe more if we hit free throws.
All right, we got Goad, Urbanski, Grooms, Thomas, and Lillis on the floor. 24 seconds remaining.
There it
There's
is.
Lillis.
Got it inbounds.
Steps through
stepped
it.
on the line.
Stepped on the line.
That's exactly the kind of thing they wish for on that. You know, they would have fouled us if we would have waited about 3 more seconds.
It's one of those hip check things though, where you see that call go a bunch of different ways throughout the game, and that time
Right.
Cougars on the wrong side of it, and here we go, looking for another stop.
Oh, she had a shot and didn't take it.
So looks like that was Crabtree who missed that one. Inside, that won't go, and they foul immediately, and that sends Urbanski to the line. And
10.4.
2 here would be devastating. 1 would be great, but 2 would.
I don't know if they've hit a 1-foot shot all night, Ken. They just continue to miss and miss and miss on the inside, and they're looking for threes to the exclusion of the 2. They had a girl wide open for a 2, and she went back outside, and then they missed it. So
You know,
they live and die with it.
both occasions where they scored within 5 feet of the basket were off deflections. Have not seen one within the offense. So the first goes, 6-point lead. That 7-point lead, 10.4 remaining, and everything that Franklin can do from here on out
Don't
will
foul.
be fruitless. That won't go.
Just don't foul.
Crabtree can't
There you
get
go.
it.
That's the game right there. 52-45. Bloomington North prevails over Franklin and the Grizzly Cubs tonight.
And
at the
a
Cougar Den.
fitting ending. Ball ends up in Elise Goad's hand to end the game.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it was a nice second half for the Cougars. The first half was a little crazy and sloppy, but they made some adjustments at halftime. Their defense was better. They were blocking out instead of reaching for the ball. And they ran their transition game on offense, broke the press with ease, and took it to the hoop, made some nice inside passes, and did everything they needed to do to win a game here tonight by 7 points when they were down at one time by 10. So great effort for the girls here tonight in the Cougar Den.
Absolutely. Well, Steve, it's been a pleasure, and we've got at least one more women's game to go here this season. And
Yeah, we'll do senior night, and then on the boys' side, we have the game against South that comes up pretty soon here, and then we'll also do their senior night. And truthfully, I'm still pulling for us to get a game, get a broadcast together for the Silver Creek team that comes in here, ranked number 1 in the state in Class 3A, and boy, they've got some big, major, talented kids on that team. And no matter what, I'll be here in the gym for that one. I encourage all of our people out there to come in for it as well. And even if we don't carry the game, get in here and see that one. That should be a great game. All right, that covers us on things that are upcoming. Thanks again to Sean Caudell, Evan Shields, Mulia Hermudia, and all the crew down there on the cameras and with the sound equipment taking care of our directing tonight. We appreciate each and every one of them. And thank you, Ken. Once again, we have accomplished another game. We got through it. We got a win for them tonight.
It's a great night to be here, and looking forward to the next one.
I blame you for the win tonight, Kenny. All right, folks, thanks for listening in. This is BHSN TV signing off from the Cougar Den here at Bloomington North High School.